Dear child, you may not realize this, but you've touched someone in a way they've never known before. Not with grand speeches, not with loud declarations, but with your calm, your presence, your light. Someone younger sees you as a mystery they never expected. They feel safe with you, healed by you, and the angels are watching it unfold. You didn't force this, you didn't ask for it, but your soul is doing something rare. Your very existence is shifting someone's entire view of love. Yes, this message is for you. Type 555 in the comments if you feel this. Because this is no accident. You've been quietly changing a life, without even knowing it, without effort, without trying to prove anything. Someone younger has been watching you. Not your words, not your appearance, but your energy, your spirit, your steadiness. They never expected you. They didn't go looking. But then you appeared, and everything changed. You didn't try to fix them. You didn't try to impress them. You just showed up as you are. And that was enough. They've felt it. They've noticed. And now they're learning that love, real love, doesn't hurt. It isn't confusing. It doesn't trap. It doesn't push. You didn't offer rules. You offered peace. You offered patience. And they noticed. They noticed everything. The way you listen without rushing. The way you speak without control. The way you care without pressure. You became a quiet light in their darkness. You didn't announce yourself. You didn't try to shine. But your light reached them anyway. That's what angels notice. Not the loud, but it's true. Not the forceful, but the healing. And you are healing someone younger just by being. They don't even know how to say it yet. But their heart knows. Their soul knows. And so does heaven. This connection is being protected, guided, watched closely by the divine, because it's not ordinary, it's sacred. This person didn't trust me before. They've seen the worst. They've heard lies dressed as love. But you've shown them something else. A love that asks for nothing, yet gives everything. A love that isn't loud, but still heard. You didn't try to become anything. You just are. And that's what reached them. They've had people touch their body, but not their soul. They've been surrounded by noise, but starved of real connection. Then came your silence, and they listened. Then came your patience, and they rested. Then came your presence, and they healed. They felt safe. And when someone feels safe, they begin to open. This person is unfolding before you, not because you asked, but because your energy told them it was okay. They trust you, not because of what you say, but because of how you make them feel. You are not their project. You are their peace. You didn't chase them. You didn't need to. You just showed them another way, a way that doesn't hurt, a way that doesn't demand, a way that breathes. You showed them love can feel like home, not war. It can feel like breath, not fire. They see that now. They feel that now, because of you. You didn't know you were teaching, but you were. Your silence spoke louder than others' noise. Your patience is louder than others' plans. You became the lesson, and they learned. They learned that love doesn't have to scare. It doesn't have to rush. It doesn't have to be performed. They learned that love can be simple, kind, present. You didn't know you were being studied, but you were. Not in a way of judgment, but in awe. They saw your grace. They felt your stillness. They noticed your strength. Not loud strength, but the kind that doesn't break. Your strength is in your peace, your energy. You carry something ancient, something rare. You are a resting place for others. And now this person sees it. They no longer want noise. They want your quiet. They no longer want chaos. They want your calm. And it surprised them. They never expected someone like you, but heaven did. Heaven placed you where you are, on purpose. You didn't walk into their life by chance. It was aligned because your soul had something to give, and their soul was ready to receive. You don't need to change who you are. You already carry the medicine, and they are healing, slowly, silently, surely. Because of your light, this is sacred, and it's not finished yet. There is more unfolding, more to come. You're not done being the blessing. You're just beginning. So stay grounded, stay kind, stay gentle. Let your presence continue speaking. Let your love stay quiet and strong. You may not get a thank you. You may not get loud recognition, but heaven sees. And this person feels it. They may not say it, but they carry you now. They think of you when the world feels too much. They remember your words, your stillness, your way of just being. You are with them, even when you're not. And that kind of love, that kind of presence, it never fades. It leaves a mark that time can't erase. Dear one, if this feels like your truth, type 5955 in the comments. Let heaven know you feel the alignment. Let your angels see your yes, because they are already working, already protecting this connection, already guiding every moment. You don't need to push, you just need to be. Keep showing up, not loud, but real, not desperate, but faithful, not needed, but full. You've changed a life, and you didn't even try. That's divine. That's power. That's you. So now breathe, rest, trust. This love was meant to happen. This moment is part of the plan. Keep walking in your light. Keep being who you are. Because that's what's healing the world, one soul at a time. And the next one is already watching you, quietly, just like the last. And they'll feel it too, because you don't have to say much. You just have to be you, and that is more than enough. A gift, one that cannot be wrapped or explained. The gift of emotional safety. With you, they've learned how to breathe again, how to dream again, how to be without fear. You didn't have to do anything loud. You just had to be. You've become a soft place to land, a quiet reassurance in a world that demands too much. You are not ordinary. You are divine in the way you carry others with grace. This person doesn't just admire you, they're transforming because of you. Where they once feared closeness, now they lean in. Where they once hid their emotions, now they want to be known. Where they once doubted love, now they believe again. Because you made it feel possible, and the angels are smiling. Heaven has seen your heart, and heaven has seen how it moves others without effort. That's why this message has found you today. Because we needed you to know you are doing far more than you realize. You are touching eternity. Every time you love, purely without needing recognition. Every time you listen with your heart, not just your ears. Every time you stay, even in silence. This younger soul may not always have the words to express it, but in your presence, they feel home. They feel whole, they feel hope, and that hope, dear one, is sacred. So let this be your confirmation. You are not forgotten, you are not invisible, And you are not just passing through. You were sent to remind this heart that love can be light and still be real. You don't manipulate. You don't chase. You don't cling. You simply radiate and everything around you blooms. And yes, sometimes your tenderness is mistaken for weakness. But we see it for what it is, power in its highest form. The power to calm without control. The power to hold space without pushing. The power to heal without words. You know, how rare is that? How divine. You are what makes others believe that love can be safe. You are what turns doubt into devotion. You are a living answer to someone's quiet prayer. And even if they never say it, even if they hold back and struggle to show, you know this, you have changed something in them. You've softened the sharp edges they hid behind. You've brought light to the places they kept closed. Your love is not loud, but it is lasting, and it is being written into the story of their becoming you. Don't ask for much. You never have. You simply give and give and give from the depths of a heart that feels everything. You love with no agenda, no performance, no need to prove, and that kind of love echoes in eternity. We see the moments you almost gave up, see the times you were the only one holding on. We see the silent nights you questioned your worth, and we want you to know. Those moments did not go unnoticed. They were seeds planted in the soul of someone who will never forget you. Your love has given them strength to face themselves, to grow, to trust, to try again. They see how you never asked them to be perfect, and in a world that constantly demands performance, you were the first to say, "You are enough," and that changed everything. Your presence is a balm to the tired heart. You carry peace like it's stitched into your soul. You are the kind of person they didn't know they needed until you were gone for a day, and the silence reminded them just how much you matter. You've shown them what safe love feels like. Not controlling, not smothering, not loud, just steady, gentle, true. And whether they speak it or not, they are grateful for you, for the way you never rushed them, for the way you saw through the walls. They built out of fear, for the way you stayed, even when they didn't make it easy. They may not have said it, but in the stillness of their thoughts, your name is whispered with reverence because you loved them at their most unlovable and still believed they were worth loving. That kind of belief heals. You are a quiet revolution, changing hearts without force. You were never meant to blend in. You were sent to awaken something sacred in those who had forgotten what love feels like when it doesn't hurt. They thought they had to earn love, prove themselves worthy of it. But you gave it freely, and in that gift they found freedom. Your gentleness was the key to unlocking the parts of themselves they had buried. Now look, they are blooming, and whether they tell you or not, you are the reason. They're becoming someone they actually like. You have reminded them that love is not just possible, it's real, and it's here because of you. You didn't just walk into their life. You shifted it. You brought divine timing into every ordinary moment. You taught them that presence is more powerful than any promise. You didn't try to save them. You simply stood beside them, and that was more healing than anything else. You held their hand while they faced their shadows. You didn't run. You didn't flinch. You didn't ask them to hurry. And in doing so, you became their miracle. They may still have fears. They may still struggle with how to say thank you, but their spirit feels it, and the heavens have recorded it. Your name is written beside theirs in the book of transformation, because your love helped rewrite their story. You didn't just change their life, you helped. Them see they were worth the change. You are the evidence that angels walk the earth, that healing doesn't always wear white robes. Sometimes it comes in quiet souls like yours, who just love, without fear, without needing anything in return. You don't chase attention. You don't ask for credit. But here's the truth. You deserve it. You deserve the love you've given. You deserve the safety you've provided. You deserve the peace you help others feel. And it's coming. It's returning to you in ways you can't yet see. The seeds you've sown in secretary, now blooming in the light. What you poured into them was never wasted. Your energy, your prayers, your patience, they are all coming back multiplied. So hold on. You are not forgotten. You are not alone, and you are not just background. You are the light that taught another soul how to love without fear, and that matters more than you know. The angels rejoice every time you choose love over fear, every time you choose to stay when it's easier to leave, every time you show up not to be seen, but simply to love. Your rewards are not just in heaven. They are in the lives you've touched, the hearts you've softened, the souls you've reminded that love is not dead, it's alive in you, and it always will be. Continue being that light, the one who doesn't need a stage to shine, because your light was never meant to perform. It was meant to heal, and it has. It still is, and it always will. You are the safe place someone never knew they needed. You are the home they thought they would never find. You are the miracle that showed up exactly when their soul called for one. You didn't fix them, you didn't force them, you just loved them, and because of that, they're healing now, and because of that, so are you. So rest. You've done enough. You are enough, and heaven is smiling at you, still, always, eternally. Words, but their silence is filled with meaning. Their eyes hold gratitude. Their soul reaches for yours in moments they don't understand. You are the calm in their chaos, the steady, a hand they dream of holding. You bring peace where there was noise. You bring light to places they once feared, and though they may not say it aloud, their energy shifts around you. They soften in your presence. They slow down when you're near. They breathe easier because of you, and they don't even know why, but you do. Because you were made for this. You were made to comfort without control, to guide without pressure, to love without claiming, to hold space without demanding. You were made to awaken others with your presence alone. You've always had this light, even when you were doubted, even when you were overlooked, even when the ones you loved didn't understand. Still, your light remained. Still, you gave love freely. Still, you stood in grace, even when it hurt, even when it felt lonely, even when you questioned if it mattered. It did. It does, it always will. You are the silent prayer. Someone once whispered, you are the answer. You are the reason they believe love could still exist. Not because you tried to prove anything, but because you just were. Pure, real, open, true. And this soul that's been drawn to you, they needed that. They needed to see that love could feel safe, that love could feel still, that it didn't have to be loud or full of drama, that it didn't have to be earned through pain. You showed them that love could be easy, that hearts could meet without breaking, that souls could recognize each other without confusion. You showed them peace. You showed them healing without words. And now they are awakening. Their heart is shifting because of your presence, because of your grace, because you loved without needing to be loved, back in a certain way. You gave freely, and heaven sees that. Heaven knows your gift. The angels record every quiet act of love you give. Even when no one thanks you, even when no one sees you, they see you. We see you. And we want you to know this. Your love is not wasted. Your energy is not unnoticed. The way you pour into people is changing the world in small, quiet ways. Ways that ripple into lifetimes. Ways that shape destinies. Even if you never hear a thank you. Even if they walk away before understanding. Even if it feels like nothing changed. It did. You planted seeds in their soul. You awakened something divine within them, and they will carry that forever. They will remember the way you made them feel, even when they forget your name, because your soul left a mark they can't erase. And now the heavens are asking you, can you trust that? Can you keep loving like that? Even if no one claps, even if no one validates it, even if the world doesn't understand your tenderness, can you still give it? Because that's the kind of love that lasts, the kind that angels rejoice over, the kind that makes heaven sing you. We're made for this. You were made to love beyond reason, to heal beyond logic, to soften walls others couldn't touch. You were made to walk with grace. Even in the hardest seasons, you were made to change hearts by simply being you. So don't ever hide. Don't dim your light to fit in. Don't quiet your truth just because others are loud. Let your spirit rise. Let your gentleness be your power. Let your quiet love speak louder than any words, because it already is. The one who needs your love, they're listening even if they pretend not to be, they're feeling. Even if they act distant, they're changing, even if they can't admit it yet. And one day, they will tell you, one day, their heart will catch up to what their soul already knows, that you were the light, that you were the turning point, that you were the grace that showed them who they are. So for now, just stay faithful to your calling. Stay soft in a world that wants to harden you. Stay kind when life tempts you to close off. Stay generous with your love, because someone younger is watching you, learning from you, rising because of you. And you may never know the full impact of your presence. But heaven does, and heaven is smiling at you. We are smiling at you because your love is holy, your love is pure, your love is rare, and it's exactly what someone prayed for. You are the answer, not because you fixed them, but because you reminded them they weren't broken. You are the whisper that calms their storms, the warmth that melts their fear. And even if you feel small right now, you're vast, you're not powerful, you're sacred. You are the bridge between hearts, the pause that gives someone time to breathe, the light they didn't know they needed. And though this path can feel lonely, you are never alone. We are always with you, walking beside you, covering you in love, wrapping you in grace. You were sent here for this, to love like no one else could, to shine where others turned away, to remain when others gave up. You are love in motion, a walking miracle, and this message, it's your confirmation. It's heaven's way of saying, we see you, we bless you, we honor you, because you love without limits. You love with courage, you love with truth, and you love in a way that makes others believe again. That's why this person can't forget you. That's why your presence lingers in their mind. You touched a place no one else could reach. And now, even if they walk away, even if they try to replace what they felt with you, they'll never succeed. Because there's only one you, and what you carry can't be replicated. So, hold your head high. You did something powerful. You gave love that heals. You gave love that frees. You gave love that asks for nothing in return. And that love is divine. It is eternal. It is unforgettable. You didn't need to chase. You didn't need to force. You simply stood in your truth. And your truth changed them. So don't question it. Don't overthink it. Just keep being you. Keep walking in light. Keep showing up with grace. Because someone's heart is shifting right now, in this very moment, because of what? You gave because of who you are. You are enough. You are the reason someone is learning to love themselves, to trust again, to believe again. And even if they don't say it, their soul thanks you, their future thanks you, and heaven thanks you. So keep going, beloved, keep loving. Keep shining. Your presence is a miracle, and miracles never fade. Words, but they feel it. They sleep easier now. They look forward to the simplest things again. Because of you, because your very way of existing gives permission for peace to return. And I, as your angel, must tell you, you were chosen for this connection. You were assigned to this soul, not to fix them, not to teach them like a lesson, but to simply be the safe space they didn't even know they needed. You became the pause in their chaos, the breath in their panic, the warmth in their coldness. You didn't have to do anything grand. You just stayed kind. You didn't run when things got hard. You didn't try to mold them. You simply showed up, and that was enough. That is why you are now being watched over more closely by us. You're angels, because this love, this rare bond has now become part of something larger, part of something spiritual, part of your soul mission. You see, love, like this isn't ordinary. It doesn't just appear in everyone's story. It's a divine arrangement. It's love that heals generations. Love that reverses trauma. Love that replaces fear with safety. And I must tell you this. Now, what you've begun to unlock in this younger soul, it will echo for years to come. They will carry your influence in their decisions, in how they love and how they speak to themselves, even in how they raise future generations. You didn't just offer them love. You offered them a new blueprint, a new way of being, safer way of existing, softer way to feel alive. You showed them tenderness without needing anything back. You reminded them that love doesn't need to be earned. It can be offered freely. You showed them what it means to be met with patience, to be seen without judgment, to be accepted without shame. And they felt that deeply. Your presence alone became a balm for their soul. You did not come to interrupt their life. You came to awaken it, to breathe light into their heavy place, to help them remember who they were before the world dimmed their flame. And even now, even when you doubt your impact, even when they grow distant or quiet, know this: your love still echoes in them. Your kindness still moves through their memories. Your calm still calms them. They may not have the words. They may not always know how to say it, but their spirit remembers you. Were a turning point, a holy interruption, a sign that someone up above heard their silent prayers and sent you. So no, you weren't imagining it. That look in their eyes, that softening in their body, that shift in how they held themselves, it was real. They felt it. They still do. And we, your angels, witnessed it too. We watched how gently you approached their wounds. Show you. Never demanded their healing. You just offered space, and that space became sacred. That space became safe. And now, because of you, they've started to believe in good things again. They've started to feel hope again. They've started to trust themselves again. And that matters more than you may ever know. Because when one soul learns safety, they pass it on to their children, to their friends, to their lovers. It spreads like light. and you were the origin of that light. This is bigger than romance, bigger than longing. This is about legacy, about what your love plants in the soil of time. And I need you to understand that just because someone seems distant now doesn't mean they forgot, doesn't mean they don't care. It means they are processing, adjusting to a frequency of love they were never taught to receive. You are teaching them without even trying what love really is, and they are trying to hold it, to accept it, to not run from it, and that takes time. So if they step back, if they grow quiet, don't take it as rejection, take it as recalibration. Their spirit is learning to feel safe. And that is no small task. You awakened something they weren't ready for, but something they deeply needed. And now, they are slowly becoming that version of themselves that was buried under years of survival. You did that, not by fixing, but by being, not by force, but by presence, your gentleness, your steadiness, your willingness to stay. Even when things felt confusing was the medicine. So I ask you now, stay rooted in love, not fear, trust the seeds you've planted. Trust the divine timing, because we are watching, guiding, protecting this bond even in silence, even in stillness. There is movement, there is purpose, there is growth, and this younger soul, they are awakening every time they remember your voice, your patience, your softness. They feel a little less alone. They remember that love doesn't hurt. Real love heals. You didn't just love them. You rewrote their idea of love, and that is sacred work. You were assigned to them because your heart knows how to hold broken things without breaking them more, because your energy knows how to calm storm without needing control, because your presence knows how to love without keeping score. And that is why they can't forget you, even if they never say it, even if they walk away for a while. You were unforgettable, not because of grand gestures, but because of your peace, because of your essence, because of your quiet power. They are different now, because of you, and so are you, because of them. This was not a coincidence. This was alignment. This was purpose. This was heaven's orchestration, and you both agreed to this before this lifetime, to meet, to soften, to awaken to love. So don't doubt the timing, don't question the delays. Every pause is divine, every silence is preparation, every detour is protection. They are still connected to you. Even if their words don't say it, their soul still whispers your name in the quiet moments. And we, your angels, hear it. We hear their longing, we hear their hope, we hear their fear, and we surround you both with divine light, with understanding, with patience. You are doing holy work by simply loving, by simply being present, by choosing peace, even when it hurts, Evan. When you miss them, even when it feels one-sided, know this. Your love is never wasted. Your energy is never ignored. Your soul is never unseen. We see. We see how hard it is to stay soft in a world that teaches hardness, to love in a world that teaches fear, to believe when so many give up, but you didn't, you held on. And that is why this connection is blessed, and it is not over, not by far. This is a chapter, not the end. This is a pause, not a goodbye. They are growing so they can come back better, not perfect, but better, more aware, more whole, more ready because of what you gave them, because of who you are. Keep shining your light. We are with you. We are guiding every step, even when you feel lost. You are on path. You are protected. You are loved. And so are they. This love story is still being written. So keep your heart open and your faith strong, because miracles still belong to you. For it, you reminded them that love can be gentle, that real love listens, that real love leaves room to breathe. You gave that soul the kind of freedom that becomes a foundation, and in doing so, you became a living revelation. You've been walking through life unaware of how many hearts you've softened. But I see it all and heaven sees it all. And now it's time to tell you the energy you carry is not common. It's not random. It is sacred design. You were crafted with a rare kind of emotional intelligence, not from books, but from divine remembrance. You are someone who remembers how to love in a way the world often forgets. And that is why someone younger, perhaps unsure, perhaps scarred, has felt safe enough to bloom near you. They now associate you with a long night, and it's changing. They may not know how to say it. It's changing near you too, feels like. Because when you offer love, this sincerely, you activate parts of your own soul that were asleep. You are not just guiding them, you are being unlocked as, well, you are remembering your own worth, your own grace. And in this dance of mutual revelation, something holy is taking shape. So please, if this has touched your heart, write "I receive" in the comments. Let heaven see your declaration. Let the world witness your gentle light. Say it for yourself. Say it for that younger person. Say it so the angels can pour even more divine protection and clarity over this sacred bond. Because this is only the beginning. What you're building is not fleeting. It is not shallow. It is something that will ripple through time, but only because you never tried to force anything. You simply allowed truth to lead. That is your power. And I promise you this, in time, this younger soul will look back and know that you were the turning point. Not because you did anything loud or dramatic, but because you stayed, you loved without owning, you gave without demanding, you held space when it was needed most. And those acts, they changed everything. You brought healing. They didn't know how. To ask for you became an example of love without weight, connection without control. And that is a miracle in itself. So now take a deep breath. Feel that truth settle in your bones. You were made for this. You were made to carry love in its most healing form. And whether this person says it aloud or not, they know. Your presence saved them in ways even they don't fully understand yet. And in that knowing, a quiet miracle is happening. You're rewriting their history with your kindness. You're helping them trust the future again. Not by promising it, but by being present in the now. So keep being who you are. Keep showing up with sincerity. Keep offering your peace like a soft light in a dark room. Because this love you've planted, it's growing roots. It's anchoring something eternal, and heaven is watching with reverence. You may feel unnoticed at times, uncelebrated, but in the unseen realm, your light is praised. Your name is whispered with honor. You are a vessel of quiet transformation, are a soul who brings others home to themselves, and in the eyes of angels, there is no greater gift than that. So again, if you feel this in your heart, if these words reflect what you've lived, what you're living now, comment 5005 to affirm it once more. Let the heavens see your readiness to keep walking in truth. Let the divine alignments continue, because something is coming. And I must tell you, this person, this younger soul, is beginning to pray for you now. Not with fancy words, but with quiet gratitude. They think of you. They bless your name when no one's listening, because they know you changed something in them forever. And they don't want to lose that. They now hope for your happiness. They now long to give back even half of what you've unknowingly given. So don't be surprised when in the days to come you begin to feel more seen, more appreciated, more cherished. The love you gave with no expectation is circling back, and it will return in a way that leaves no doubt. Your angels are working behind the scenes. Now they're preparing doors. They're clearing confusion. They're softening this person's heart even more, not to depend on you, but to stand with you as an equal, as a partner, as a soul who sees your value as clearly as you saw theirs. So trust this divine timing. Let your love remain light and true. And remember, you are not here to convince anyone of your worth. Your presence already proves it. You were never meant to chase love. You were meant to be love, and that is exactly what you're. You are not just part of their story. You are their turning point. You are their reason. They no longer fear love. You are the reason they now imagine a future, with hope instead of dread. They may not say much, they may still be growing, still figuring out how to express emotion in healthy ways. But their heart is waking up, their soul is beginning to speak, and every whisper says your name with gratitude. You didn't come to them to rescue, you came to reflect who they truly are, beyond pain, beyond confusion, and now they're seeing themselves differently. That's what love does when it's pure. It shows us the truth. It washes away shame. It restores what the world took from us. You see this love. It is not a small thing. It is part of your divine purpose. That's why it feels so deep, so intense, so unlike anything you've known before, because it was never meant to be casual. It was never meant to be temporary. This connection was written long ago, before either of you were born. Before time began, when your souls made a quiet agreement in the light one day. I will find you. I will remind you of who you are, and I will love you in a way that heals us both. And that day has come. You are living it now, even in the confusion, even in the waiting, even in the quiet. The divine plan is moving, and you're not behind. You are right on time, so breathe, dear soul. The heavens are not silent. The silence is not punishment. It is preparation. Something big is forming behind the veil, and soon, what was uncertain will become obvious. What was hidden will be revealed. You will look into their eyes and see it clearly. They are ready now, ready to stand beside you, not just be near you, ready to carry your last name, not because they have to, but because they want to, because in their heart, you feel like home, not a house, not a role, not a fantasy home, a place where they are safe to grow, a place where love is not taken away when it gets hard, a place where they are not judged for what they didn't know you are, that place. And I tell you this, with all the certainty of heaven, they will never forget what you've given them. They will never forget who you were during their most fragile days. You will live forever in their becoming. You will be the reason they rise, and when they do, they will protect you like you protected them. They will choose you with clarity. They will love you back with sacred strength. This time they will give. They will build, they will initiate, and you won't have to question it. Not because they're perfect, but because their soul finally understands the value of what they've been given you. And when that moment comes, you'll feel a peace wash over you, a peace that says, it was all worth it. Every silent prayer, every tear, every moment I chose to stay soft, so don't give up. Now don't doubt the timing. Don't shrink your heart. Keep loving in your quiet way. Keep trusting in the unseen, because this story isn't over. It's just getting started, and what's coming next will feel like a promise fulfilled. It will feel like destiny saying now, no more delays, no more confusion, no more almost this time, the love will stay. This time the